Hey guys, my name is Samantha, and this is an intermediate reading class on Verbling. So today we're going to be reading a few choose your own adventure stories. So what that means is we'll be reading stories and deciding which path we're going to take throughout them. So we'll be reading some fiction, and we will make some decisions about where we'll go with the story. And we will also discuss the decisions that we've made afterwards. So you'll get some reading practice with fiction. And yeah, if you have reservations, you can come join me right now. If you don't, you can go to verbling.com/get-reservations. You can get reservations by liking the Facebook page, inviting your friends to Verbling. There's some other ways you can get reservations there. Or you can become a premium member at verbling.com/premium. $25 a month for a membership, and it gives you unlimited reservations to classes. Hi, Anton.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Me? I'm fine, and you?
Good, thanks. Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Great. Okay, cool. So it's about, is it 10 a.m.?
No, it's 11 o'clock.
11. Oh, I was close. Yeah. I'm in Paris right now.
Oh, cool.
What's the weather like?
Oh, it is a little bit cloudy.
Yeah.
There are some clouds on the sky, but also it is sunny. So
we got so excited yesterday because we finally got sun, and it was really warm and sunny, and it was beautiful. And then today, it's rainy again.
Oh, I think that this rain will come to our country soon.
I think
because we hadn't have rain
tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah, cool.
Do you see why I can't see my camera?
I don't know. I can't see you. Up at the top, you can see a little microphone and then a little camera. Maybe try clicking the little camera.
It doesn't work.
Am I audible clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's perfect. Fanfo. We can hear you perfectly. Okay. And hey again, Igor.
Hi again, Samantha. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Anton, I can see you now. Cool. But now I can't hear you. So click your microphone. Okay, there we go.
Already did this.
So everyone, if you're watching, you can come on in if you feel like doing some reading. So
I like that poster next to Anton.
Yeah, me too.
Keep calm and carry on. Okay.
Carry on. Cool.
Some people say keep calm and love me.
Yeah, there's lots of different.
They are writing their name.
Yeah, there's lots of different parodies of it now. It's like keep calm and
love Samantha. I like this.
Aww.
Yes.
Maybe we should just scratch out Anton's sign and change it.
I told you it's not mine. My roommate will be angry at me.
Keep calm and love Fanfo.
Keep calm and love Fanfo. Keep calm and love Anton. I don't think your roommate would be very happy if we changed your sign or his sign.
Yes.
And what is the meaning? Carry on.
Carry on means continue. Continue moving forward in your life. Carry on.
So what is the meaning of this?
So in its expression, it's keep calm and carry on. It kind of means like when a lot of bad things are happening or something's happening in your life, you need to just stay relaxed and just continue with your life. Move forward. Okay. Yeah.
Samantha, I would like to ask about an expression that when people ask how are you, you say life goes on. Is it a good expression or negative or positive?
Yeah, it's kind of negative. If you say I'm okay, you know, life goes on, it means that like maybe something bad has happened to you and you're kind of coping with it and you're saying, yeah, it's okay, like I'm doing all right, life is going on. It's positive in the sense that you're moving forward, but if you answer someone that way when they say, how are you? You say, life goes on. It implies that something's wrong. So it would make the person think that you're not okay, that something's wrong. And they'll be like, oh, what's wrong? Are you okay? How's everything going? So it's not exactly negative, but it implies that you have some problems in your life.
But
Okay.
if, for example, someone asks me, how are you? And I say, I'm unbelievable. So what is the meaning?
If you say unbelievable, that means that you're
unbelievable.
like, you say you don't usually say I'm unbelievable.
Okay. I'm doing unbelievable? No, it's not possible.
Yeah, you could say I'm doing
doing awesome.
Great.
No, but if to use this word, unbelievable, so what you can say about me? I'm doing good or bad? If I'm saying unbelievable.
Yeah, it depends on your tone. If you say I'm unbelievable, then it means like, oh no, something's really bad. But if you say unbelievable, then it means like it's amazing. So it can mean both. It depends on how you say it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because something can be unbelievably bad, but something could also be unbelievably good. So it goes both ways.
Okay.
Hello, Vincent. Hello, Min. Hi, Min.
Hi, hello.
How are you?
How are you? I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Thanks. So today we're going to be doing a choose your own adventure story. So we're reading some fiction, and you'll see how it works, but we're kind of making our decisions about what to do as we go. So you'll get lots of reading practice, and it will show how well you comprehend what you've read when you make the decisions. So I will share my screen. I think we'll have time to do 2 of these. Excuse me, but we'll just start with one and we'll go from there. So here it is. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It says, I'll read this first part. Ever heard the expression, walk a mile in another person's shoes? This is what this game is about. It's also a test to see how you would survive as the head of a child family in Rwanda. There are hard decisions to make, and the well-being of your whole family depends on you. Okay. Do you guys know this expression?
No.
Yes.
No. So, yes. So what does it mean to walk a mile in someone else's shoes?
To understand how feels another person, you should live his life, kind of this.
Yeah, so to understand, if you say you should try living in my shoes or something like that, it means like you're stepping into the role of someone else's life and experiencing life as them, walking in someone's shoes. So if you like traded places with a friend for a day and did everything that they normally do, you would be walking in their shoes for the day. So the goal of this is to pretend that we're a child family in Rwanda. So we're walking in the shoes of this family. Okay. So check out the scenario. Here we go. We've actually got an image. I can make that a little bit bigger. So how about Anton? Would you like to read the first paragraph?
Okay.
And then Fanfo, you could read the second paragraph for us.
Okay.
So go ahead, Anton.
You are the eldest child of 5. You have 1 brother, Wilfred, and 3 sisters, Maria, Danielle, and Clarice. You live in a small hut with only half a roof made of thatched grass that leaks during rain. Your main possessions are a male goat, a small plot of land you use for gardening, 2 water containers, some pots, and pans, and the clothes you stand up in.
Okay.
You live about 30 minutes walk away from a standby that provides clean water. Your family needs 100 liters of water each day for washing, cooking, watering crops, and drinking. This is Daniel's job and takes her most of the day. In the morning, both Maria and Wilfred attend school.
Good. Is there any vocabulary, any words that you guys don't recognize?
I have a question about the eldest. When
Sure.
do we use eldest and oldest?
Yeah, they're the same. They're synonyms.
Oh, okay.
So you can choose between them. Eldest sounds, I guess it sounds a little bit more fancy, but they're synonyms. So you can either be the oldest child or the eldest child.
Okay, thank you.
Any other vocabulary?
H-U-It. Hot. Okay, I know it.
What
Sorry,
is thatched?
Oh, thatched.
Thatched.
I think it'll be easier to show you, actually. So let's show you what thatched means. A thatched roof. Like this.
Oh.
So, where it's kind of woven, you can see. Here's somebody making a thatched roof. So it's made with straw, wheat, that sort of thing. So it's a style of a roof. So it only has half a roof made of thatched grass. So if it only has half a roof, it makes sense that it will leak, right? So if it rains, the water will get through, unless it's very tightly woven. But in this case, it's not. It's a small hut with half a roof made of thatched grass. So does everyone understand what the situation is here for us?
A small plot. What is that?
A small plot.
Of land.
Yeah, a small plot of land. It just means a small area of land that you can use for gardening.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know how much, a little part of their backyard, a small area or plot of land that they have where they can plant food, plant crops.
Pots and pans?
Pots and pans. Yeah, I'll show you what pots and pans are. They're things that you use to cook.
Okay.
So a pot is what you would make soup in, and the pan is what you would fry something in. So the pan is the flat one, and the pot is the deeper one. Pots and pans. Anything else? So what is our situation here?
Many children.
Yeah.
Poor family.
Yeah, poor family.
House is destroyed. It's not a good house.
So how would you describe the living conditions?
Weird.
Weird, okay.
No.
Yeah, weird means like strange or odd, right? So I don't think that's maybe the right word to use here.
Tough conditions.
Tough, yeah, tough. You could also say poor conditions. Tough, poor living conditions. Okay, let's see what happens.
Poverty.
Poverty, yes. Okay. Igor, could you read this for us?
Yes. You eat the food you grow on a patch of land near your house. At the moment, you are running very low on food and have almost no money. Your neighbor has offered you some work digging their plot of land in exchange for a day's ration of sweet potatoes and other vegetables. You have a choice ahead of you. Should you continue to work your own plot of land, hoping things might improve with the next rains? Dig your neighbor's plot in exchange for food.
Okay. Can you pronounce moment again? Moment?
Moment.
Moment and ration.
Ration.
Ration. Do you know what a ration is?
No.
So a day's ration is the amount of food that you are allotted or allowed for that one day. A day's ration of sweet potatoes. So how many sweet potatoes and vegetables you would eat in one day. That's your ration.
Okay.
People usually ration food when they have a limited supply. So when they're poor, or that's when you start rationing food, or kind of really keeping track of how much you can eat each day.
Portion.
Portion, yeah, a portion, exactly. So now we have a choice. What should we do? Should we continue to work on our own plot, hoping things will improve? Or should we dig our neighbor's plot in exchange for food? So work for the neighbor and dig their plot? Or should we hope for the best and hope that things will get better? What do you guys think we should do?
I think we should find a job or go to study. Find a better job.
Unfortunately, that's not an option.
Or to lend money from bank.
We only have two options.
Okay, I would choose A.
A.
A? So
Yeah.
hope
Yes.
that things go better for you? Okay. Let's do that. Okay, let's see what happens. It says you need some garden tools. Do you choose a hoe and a machete, or pruning shears and an axe? Do you guys know what these things are?
No.
No?
No,
Okay,
only
so-
machete.
Let's go one at a time here. Here's a hoe. This is a garden hoe. You see it? So it's something that you use to kind of work the soil. So you move the soil around with this. You can see this person gardening with a hoe. And here's a machete.
Oh.
Not the movie, but this tool. Here's a good picture. This is a machete. Okay. So it's like a big knife. So you could use it to, I don't know, cut open coconuts, or you could use it to chop at a tree, a small tree, that sort of thing. So we either get a hoe and a machete, or we get pruning shears and an axe. So let's take a look at. These are pruning shears. Pruning shears.
Okay.
Okay, so they're usually used, well, you can use them for lots of things, but when we're talking about gardening, they're used to clip the stems of certain plants, that sort of idea. And an axe is what you use to chop wood. So, not the brand axe, but this is an axe. And a small axe, a very small axe, is called a hatchet. So, what do we want to take? Hoe and machete, or pruning shears and an axe?
Anyone remembers what they grow on their garden?
What we should do with this instrument?
Yeah, did they tell us what kind of food they grow?
Potatoes or no?
Yeah, sweet potatoes.
Then we should use the hoe.
The hoe and machete.
I
think that would be more useful, probably. Okay, let's do that. Let's see what happens. Good choice, it says. Okay, we've made a good decision. Mohammed, would you like to read this part for us? Mohammed? Okay, Anton?
Okay. Good choice. The hoe is needed for digging your garden. The machete is needed for chopping and clearing. Should you plant A. Sorghum and sweet potatoes? B. Maize and sweet potatoes.
Okay, so
I don't know what is
yeah. So
sorghum and
what are
maize.
these things? So let's take a look. This is sorghum. Okay, so it's a type of grain. It would have lots of fiber, so it would be good for us, right? That's sorghum, and then this is maize. Type of corn.
Maize and potatoes.
You think we should make sorghum or maize?
Maize and sweet potatoes.
Maize and sweet potatoes. Okay.
Oh, I don't know because
Oh.
We have a goat, and I don't know. Maybe sorghum is the food for our goat. I don't
So
know.
what's more important, do you think, feeding you or feeding your goat?
Oh, okay.
Feeding
No,
us.
but
Okay.
no, it's a legitimate question because you need to keep your goat alive, right? You
But
can get milk from the goat. You can, right?
but it's male goat. It doesn't produce milk.
But
you
goat
can,
can eat everything.
yeah, and you can also
Okay.
eat sorghum. It's something that you would cook into a dish to give you more fiber.
Oh, but I think that maize looks more attractive.
It does look more delicious, I think.
More delicious.
Okay, let's do that. Let's get some maize.
We choose twice A. Now we should choose B.
All right, so let's see what happens. Fanfo, could you read this for us?
Sure. It's a dry year and the crop will fail without more water. You can get clean water from a standpipe, but it's a 30 minutes walk away. The local pond is not very clean, but only 10 minutes walk away. Daniel already makes 15 trips a day just for your family.
Okay, it's
Do you get
15 trips.
15 trips?
Yeah.
Do you get Wilfred to go with Daniel so they can bring back double the water? Give Danielle another water container so she can carry more. Decide to use pond water anyway.
Okay, what should we do? So we're having trouble. We need water, right? We need water.
Yes.
So
yes, we
here,
need water.
so we've got a few options. Should we send Wilfred with Danielle so they can bring back double the water or twice as much? Should we make Danielle carry twice as much? Or should we just use the pond water?
What is pond water?
Okay, so this is pond water. Okay, here, this is kind of a good picture of a pond. So, kind of like a small water area. Usually it's surrounded by a marsh or like plants like this. And generally, pond water would be dirty. It probably would make you sick unless you were to boil it down until it was okay for you. But it's not clean water. It says the local pond is not very clean, but only a 10-minute walk away. The clean water is a 30-minute walk.
But for what we need water? For crop?
Yeah, for your crops, and probably also to drink. But they're just saying we need it for your crops.
So we cannot send Danielle because she already makes 15 trips a day.
Yeah, so she might faint or something if we send her. She might pass out.
I think a good idea to provide a pipe to our house.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Well, we should choose from these ideas.
Oh no, I don't think they have the materials to make a pipe.
Find someone who would make.
Okay.
So I think maybe B is the worst option, right? We don't want to make Danielle carry twice as much water. That's not a good idea.
Yes, because she may happen something to her.
Yeah, something might happen to her. So should we send her with Wilfred, or should we just use the pond water? What do you guys think?
Pond water.
Yes, I think I agree with you.
Pond water? Okay.
Yes. Well, let's see what will happen.
I'm scared we're gonna get sick or something.
No, but for crop, what is crop?
Your crops? That's your plants.
Oh, it's okay. We will not eat this.
Well, you won't drink the water, but you do eat the crops that you grew.
Yes, but not that day. After.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll be okay. See, they've thought of the same thing. We'll see as we read. So, Igor, could you read this paragraph for us?
You don't have extra water containers, but Daniel works harder and goes to the standpipe.
Yep.
in the morning for cooking and washing water, and to the pond in the evening for water to use in the garden. Even though the water is unsafe to drink, it's okay to use it for watering the crops. What I said.
Yes. You're so
Unfortunately,
wise.
sorry?
I said you're so wise.
No, because you do not drink this water, or
No,
you do not
exactly.
use in your food. I don't know, to make something cereals. No, but you use to.
To grow crops.
Yes, the land, and
Yeah.
the land is dirty. So water is dirty. It's okay. Unfortunately, due to the long dry spell, the pond soon dries up, and you can't get enough water for your crop. The crop is very poor, so you don't have much to eat. Everyone is hungry. Hungry?
Yeah, hungry.
Hungry, and Clarice's condition worsens. You hear there are free medical checkups and medicine available at your local clinic. It's a full day walk there and back, but may be of some help. Do you? A. Decide to take how to do this word? Precious day out and take the whole family. Carry on working. You have to look after what you have left.
Good. Okay. So I just said my precious in the chat because if you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, you would know.
My precious.
Gollum.
I don't like this film.
Okay, so let's take a look at the vocabulary. Do you guys know what a dry spell is? A long dry spell?
Without rain?
Yeah, so dry spell is a period of time without rain, or a dry period. It can also be called a drought. Yes, exactly, a drought.
I didn't know what is the meaning, but in context of this text, I understood that about
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's kind of how you need to figure out what words mean, is from their context. So that's perfect. So our pond soon dries up. That's bad news, right? So now our pond is dry and we can't get enough water. Do you know what the word worsens means?
To become worse.
Yeah, it gets worse, right? Everyone is hungry and her condition is getting worse. It worsens. A full day's walk there and back. Have you heard there and back?
To go forward and back home.
Yeah, so you use it a lot when, okay, bye, Fanfo. When you're talking about like a trip, you take a trip there and back to one place and then you return. So what should we do? Decide to take a precious day out and take the whole family to the medical clinic, or should we keep working? We have to look after what we have left.
Hey, of course, hey.
Of course, yes, I agree.
Okay.
If they sick, we have to. What?
We have to take care of them.
Yes, we have to take care of them. It's something normal.
Okay, so let's do that. Okay, this one's long, so we'll take turns. Anton, can you read the first paragraph, and then Igor?
Okay. It takes you half a day to get to the local clinic. It turns out that the aid agency World Vision is giving free vaccinations for tuberculosis.
Yes.
The nurse, Jackie looks at Clarice and says she needs more food and more variety in her diet to stop her getting
malnourished.
She gives you some biscuits that contain protein and also some medicine for Clarice to take.
Good. Anton? Igor?
Jackie mentions a free course that teaches a skill like sewing or pottery?
Yep, pottery.
World Vision can teach you how to set up your own business. To do the course, you will have to leave your family each day for 6 months and take Maria and Wilfred out of school so they can cover all the jobs. It will be difficult for your family. Jackie says she can organize for World Vision workers to come by often and check on your family as well as helping out with food. It's a possible step up, but a hard decision. What should you do? Accept the skill training course? Go back home to think about it? Say no, it will be too hard on your family.
Okay, so let's look at the vocabulary first.
Yes.
What's a vaccination?
It's a medicine that is given to a patient to become more to become less
resistant to viruses.
Yes.
Right. So it's usually a needle with medicine of some sort that helps you become less susceptible is the word.
Yeah.
Susceptible, to a disease. So less likely to get that disease. And they actually, what they do is give your body just a very, very tiny amount of the disease, a very small exposure to the disease so that your body can learn how to fight it off. And then that's supposed to make you less susceptible.
And some persons died because of vaccination, after vaccination.
Yeah, sometimes people their bodies don't accept the vaccination very well. Even if it's the tiniest bit of a disease, some people just can't, their bodies can't handle it, and then it ends up killing them.
So that's why this is controversial.
Yeah.
What is controversial topic? No?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And then, what other vocabulary do we have? What about malnourished? Malnourished. Do you know what that means? Can you guess? What does nourish mean?
Needs to more food. So, very teeny.
Right. So nourish means that it's talking about food.
Healthy.
So if you're well nourished, it means that you've eaten enough food. You've had enough nutrition. If you're malnourished, that means you haven't had enough good nutrition.
Vitamins, minerals.
Enough vitamins. Yeah, vitamins. In British English, it's vitamins. So in American English, it's vitamins. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I speak half of words in British, half of words in American.
Yeah. So that sounded British, but that's okay. So malnourished means that you don't have enough nutrition. You need more vitamins, or vitamins if you're British. So she also gives some biscuits, which are like little cookies or little crackers that have some protein, and some medicine for her. Now, it says that Jackie mentions a free course that teaches sewing or pottery. Do you know what those two things are?
No.
Okay, so sewing. Go back to our pond water here. There's sewing. This is sewing. Needle and a thread.
Oh, okay. I know.
Something. So you have your needle, your thread, scissors, and you make clothing or stitch something up. That's sewing. And this is pottery. Pottery, right here, this picture. It's where you're crafting something with clay, like this. It's actually really, really fun. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it.
Do you sew, Samantha, or potter?
I can sew. Not very well. But I can sew enough to, like, if I have a hole in my clothes, I can sew. Do
you like this activity?
Not really, no.
It's not your hobby, yes?
But pottery is really fun because you get your hands all dirty with the clay, and I don't know if you've ever seen someone doing it, but you hold something and try to mold it with your hands, and then it spins around really quickly.
Yes.
And you're like molding it, and you get all covered in clay, and it's kind of fun. But sewing isn't really any fun for me. More just to fix something if I have a hole. um, okay. Any other vocabulary?
Mm.
Okay, so what should we do? So what are our two options here?
I choose A because the situation is very difficult, so we should something to change.
Okay,
no
so
more thinking about it.
So
Enough thinking.
Enough thinking. It's not working. Okay. So we should pick up a skill like sewing, go home and think about it, or just say no. It's too much.
Yes, A.
Do you agree, Anton?
I don't know. Maybe it's good to think about it for a little bit, just for a day or a couple of days, to discuss it with family.
Your family die. Your family die. They understand they ill. They sick.
They're sick.
This. Yes, they malnutrition, malnourished.
Malnourished.
Your daughter or some. You should something to change.
Okay,
what do you think about?
Let's accept the.
It's a chance. It's a.
You're very passionate.
But they can. They can. They cannot. We don't know for sure if this chance will be successful or not.
Yeah, because so what would happen if we learn how to sew or learn pottery? Then what happens? She's explained it here for us. So what happens if we were to pick up a skill?
We can start some kind of business, family business.
Yeah, but what's the downside for our family? Take a look at the reading.
You will have to leave your family each day for 6 months and take Maria and Wilfred out of school.
That's a lot of work, right?
Yeah,
So that's going to be tough for your family.
Yes, and also they have to give up the education at school.
Yeah.
For a while.
Temporarily, I think. I think that you could go back to school, but you would miss a lot of school for 6 months. So I don't know. What do you think?
So I think that I don't know.
Let's be pessimists and choose no.
Oh no.
Let's choose A. Okay.
Okay, let's go for it. Okay. All right, we're going for it. Let's see what happens.
They already live in bad conditions. I don't know what can be worse for them.
Yeah, so we're taking a chance. Taking a chance. Bite, you can't hear us? Hi, Jana. Hi, Jana. Do you have a microphone, Jana? Okay. All right, so who would like to read this one? I'm not sure whose turn it is.
Okay, I think it's
Anton.
Okay, Anton, go ahead.
Well, Division offers a course in stove making. The course has enough room for 15 people. You are accepted and attend each day for 6 months. You need to make a special cooking brazier that uses much less charcoal than the normal ones. This means a great business opportunity, as well as less trees being cut down. You also get taught some soil conservation and agriculture techniques that will help you make the most of your land, and you learn basic reading and writing skills. As you are away during the day, World Vision workers keep an eye on your family and ensure they are getting enough to eat and staying healthy. When you finish, World Vision offers you an interest-free loan to get started in your own small business. You plan to do this with A friend you made while at the skills training center. Your future looks bright.
You see?
Your future. Yeah,
As I said,
it
as I
turns out
said,
to be
all
very,
happens to
very
good.
successful.
And now it says survival rating high.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh.
Who said to think about it? 2 days.
Come
Who
on.
I'm just not very risky person, I think.
Yeah, it's hard to take that risk.
Who watched with Will Smith movie?
Breaking
Oh,
Bad?
I've seen
With
it.
his son. With his son.
Yeah, it's called The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yes.
No, I didn't watch.
It's very
You should
good.
watch this movie and you understand.
And yes, happiness is spelt that way. It's spelt incorrectly. Normally, happiness is spelled like this, but they've spelt it differently for the film. It's a very good movie, yeah.
So
Any
we have
vocabulary
20
here? Do we know what a stove making course is?
No.
I know what is stove, but what
Okay.
is
So you know what a stove is, and you
Yes.
know what the verb to make means, right?
Yes.
So what would stove making be?
What is stove?
What is a
The-
stove? This is a
It's
Yes.
stove.
kitchen appliance.
Yeah, kitchen
something.
appliance that you use to cook.
Oh,
Stove.
okay.
Okay?
How to make a stove to
Yeah, so how to make a
fabricate?
stove. But keep in mind the conditions that we live in, right? So they don't have a big electric stove in their house. They're using other methods of cooking. And they're saying that with this stove making course, you learn to make a special cooking brazier that uses much less charcoal than normal ones.
Oh,
What is
So
cooking
you're-
brazier?
So cooking brazier, it just means like a cooking appliance.
Okay.
And it's using less charcoal. So we're learning that we're cooking using charcoal, burning charcoal to
What
get
is
our
charcoal?
What is
coal?
charcoal? This is
I don't know what is coal or what is charcoal.
yeah, it's like coal. It's like coal. This is charcoal,
I
Oh,
know.
okay. Okay.
right?
In
And
Russian, it is
charcoal,
stove.
charcoal, yeah, it can actually be very expensive. So to figure out how to build something with less charcoal, that would be great, right? That's a good business opportunity, and less trees being cut down. So that's great. And then it says we've also learned some other skills. What other skills did we learn?
How to read, how to write.
Yeah, so
Get
we learned
Some agricultural skills.
Soil conservation and agricultural techniques.
yeah, what is soil?
Soil, it's ground. It's
Yeah, it's the ground,
top-
like
top.
the dirt, right?
For ground for
on the
grow
surface,
plants.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So soil conservation, you've learned how to keep your soil healthy. Some agriculture techniques. You learned how to read, how to write. So you've learned lots. So it was a good decision, right? And we survived. Okay. I want to see what happens if we go on a different path. Let's just take a look.
Yeah.
So let's dig our neighbor's plot in exchange for food. Let's see what happens. I've gone back to the beginning here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. What would have happened if we'd taken this path? Igor, could you read this for us?
Your neighbor gives you some sweet potatoes and a few vegetables each day in exchange for digging her land. She may feel sorry for you, but she makes you work very hard. You get up very early and work until the sun is about to go down. Because you are away all day, your sister Maria can no longer attend school in the morning. She needs to do your tasks. Maria and Wilfred, between them, still tend your small plot of land and grow sweet potatoes there. Your neighbor has enough work for you for 1 month. There is a possibility you can work at the brickmaking.
Yep.
Kiln after that, but you are concerned that your brothers and sisters aren't going to school. They need to learn skills so they can get jobs later. What would you like to do? Go to work at the brickmaking kiln, go back home, and take back the chores so the other children can go back to school.
Okay. So, what is a kiln? Kiln. It's like a really big, really hot oven. So you use it with pottery. So you mold your pottery and then you put it in a kiln to harden. And you use the same sort of thing with bricks. So you shape the bricks and then you put them in a kiln or a hot oven to dry them out and harden them. So a brick making kiln would mean that's what you would be doing for work. Is there any other vocabulary here? I think it's clear. So if we had gone this way, what would you do now? Would you go and work at the brick making kiln or go back home?
I think we should go back home because our children, our brothers and sisters need to get education.
Okay. What do you think, Igor? Should we go to work or go home? Igor, can you hear us? I think Igor might have lost his connection. Okay, so let's go home. Let's see what happens, Anton. Can you read that for us?
Okay. You are back home again, and the children can now go back to school in the mornings. If only things didn't take so long. Maria could spend more time making baskets and selling them if it didn't take her half a day to do all her chores. Danielle can't help much more, carrying water takes just as long. There is a local pond which is only 10 minutes walk away from your neighbors. Say you shouldn't use it. It would more than halve Danielle's workload, though. What do you think? Give the pond a try. There must be a reason why your neighbors don't use it. Keep using the standpipe.
So it's asking us about the pond again.
Let's stick to the stand.
Yeah, the standpipe. Let's see what happens this time.
Let's just see what happens.
Just see. We already survived once, so we're okay. Yeah. But we'll see what happens this time. So, good decision, it says. Okay. Igor, can you hear us? No. Okay. Go ahead, Anton.
Okay. A good decision to use the standpipe. The pond water is dirty and will make you and your family very sick. You are still stuck with all those jobs, though. Through local talk, you hear about a scheme, World Vision, is running where they will give you some goats free and provide some training so you can look after them well and perhaps even breed them so well. To apply for this scheme, you need to go and talk with World Vision. Why don't you apply?
Okay.
Why don't you apply? I think...
what is a scheme first? What is a scheme?
I think it's some kind of course, no?
Yeah, like a course, a plan that they're running, something that they're doing to help people. So they'll give you some free goats and they'll train you so that you can breed them. So what should we do?
I think we should apply.
Okay, let's see if we can get in on this scheme. Okay.
It takes half a day to get there. Months of worry and lack of food have brought you and your family close to complete physical exhaustion. A World Vision health worker named Claude gives your family food and also gives you some clothes. The first you've had since 1994. He arranges for you to stay for a day or two so you can rest and also find out about the goat scheme. You talk a lot with him. It's so good to discuss all your difficulties with an adult. He says Clarice is very malnourished and gives you protein biscuits to take back with you.
Okay.
Next. So
Next.
I would like to ask mm, what does it mean to take back with you?
To take back with you.
With you,
So
yes.
it says.
I see. It's so that I can take them back to home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So to take back means that you're taking it home with you. You're returning home and you're taking some biscuits. So he was very generous.
By the way, it's worry or worry? Worry, I think.
Worry.
Worry?
Worry.
I always confused with worry and worry.
Where's worry? I'm trying to find
the first paragraph.
Yes.
The second sentence.
So the difference is worry and very. Worry and very. It's the pronunciation, so it's your W and your V.
Okay.
Can you pronounce the two of them? I just want to hear it.
Yeah. Very and worry.
Yeah, that's
worry
fine.
Worry and very.
Yeah, perfect.
So, go on.
Okay, next.
Let's carry on.
Let's see what happens. Oh no, it tells us already we survived.
Let's
continue.
You live with 2 goats. The female is pregnant and have had some basic training in how to look after them. Along with your goat, you can start a breeding program. Claude says that there is a group of child-headed households that meet in your area. They discuss their situations and help each other out. There are plans to teach this group some business skills to help them make good business decisions with their goat breeding programs. He's going to introduce you to the group the next time he visits. In the short term, you will still face difficulties, but long term, your situation will improve. Survival writing high.
Okay, so just to mention this punctuation here, these hyphens, they've used to kind of make a statement separate from the sentence. So you leave with 2 goats, the female is pregnant, and have some basic training. So when you're reading, you want to kind of change your tone a little bit. So listen to how I read it. You leave with 2 goats, the female is pregnant, and have had some basic training in how to look after them. So you just kind of adjust.
Pause. To use pause.
Oh, Igor's back. Igor, we couldn't hear you that whole time.
Yeah, it was on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, so you use a pause, and you also change your tone of voice just a little bit because you want to really separate. Otherwise, it sounds funny. Like, you leave with 2 goats, the female is pregnant, and have had some basic training. It doesn't quite sound right, so you need to just adjust your tone a little bit as well as pause to make it clear that it's separate.
So what happened? Could you summarize?
Oh, we survived, so that was good. And then we decided to go back and start over. And what has happened so far, Anton?
Oh, let me recall.
We survived first time. When we survived first time, it was.
We decided to help our neighbor.
Yes.
Then we refused to. I think we refused to go for a
courses.
Kiln. Some.
Yeah, to go work at the kiln.
At the kiln. Then they asked us to use the pond again, but we decided to stick with the pipe.
The strong pipe, the pipe. So this time we didn't go to the pond.
Yes, and then it turns out to be a good choice, and also this World Vision company proposed to us some kind of training courses,
Yeah.
schemes in goat breeding, and we decided to go for it. And after that, after some days, some months of bad condition, and we've been in a lot of trouble, but we survived, and we became successful in our goat breeding
Yep. So
business.
exactly. So we're goat breeders now.
Yes.
I think this is for children, these stories, because in both cases we see happy ending, but I would want to see in one happy
Yeah.
ending and another bad ending. So I
Let's
would.
see. Should we see if we can find a bad ending?
Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
let's
start
try.
over and let's make some really bad decisions. Okay, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. Continue to work on our plot or dig our neighbors.
Dig our neighbors.
Okay, let's do that. Now, should we go to the kiln or go home?
Let's go home again.
Go home?
Let's go home and then choose pond.
Okay. Okay. Give the pond a try.
Yes.
Okay. Now it says
No, we don't go to the health
yeah,
clinic.
we used it to cook, wash, and drink, but we're getting very sick. It says you need a doctor immediately.
Oh.
Uh-oh. So now what should we do? Make the day's walk to the clinic?
If we decide to die,
Yeah.
let's commit a suicide.
You'll be okay if you rest.
Okay, let's
We will
see
rest.
what happens.
Kamikaze.
Uh-oh. Okay, what does it say? Igor, can you read it for us?
You, Maria, and Wilfred are okay because you are slightly older and have more energy reserved to rely
Yep, rely.
upon. You recovered. Daniel is still very ill, and unfortunately, little Classy could not survive the fever.
Oh,
Sorry,
we killed
your
Clarice.
survival rating is low, and you need emergency aid as soon as possible. Oh, this is bad ending.
No,
Now
that's terrible. We killed Clarice. And
no, I mean
Daniel
he exists bad ending, not only good endings.
Yeah, so there are some bad endings. It's kind of actually it's kind of fun. I don't know. I like these things, but it's interesting to put yourself in the shoes of someone else. Can you imagine living in these kinds of conditions?
Yes, but I would definitely change something. I would go maybe to study or to work. The most easy thing is to find a job, different job. I don't know, all kind of job. It's very easy. So I don't know what conditions.
So you think you would look for a better job to maybe make some money for your family?
Yes, different job. I mean, if I, for example, I studied in one area, yes, and I do not have in that area a job. So I would go to another job only to make money for my family. This is the most easy. The most easy
I think
way.
Maybe they live so far from towns, and they live in a small village where there are not many job opportunities.
Go and see a job in another village or in another town, or telecommuting through internet if you have internet. Many job opportunities on the internet.
I think they don't have access to internet, and I think that a lot of the problem is that the town that they live in is so poor and there's such bad weather conditions that they're running out of food, they're running out of water, and they don't have the resources to go find a job. They're just trying to survive, right? It's actually really sad, but common. Here's the link. If you feel like reading through it again or whatever, it's there if you want it. And for everyone outside. That was fun. I like that sort of reading.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll give you my Facebook and check me out there. I'm teaching the next class as well. We'll be doing some creative writing, so hopefully I'll see you in class. Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
See you